This lesson is titled Joy and Peace versus Fear and Anxiety. So, little story time with me. I was recently traveling in a pretty hectic airport. It was busy everywhere, and all the signs were in a language that I couldn't even read or understand. The people looked different than me, the smells weren't common to what I was used to, and the food was very peculiar. It was different than what I was used to. So at times I found myself in the airport pretty anxious and panicky until I reached the gate where I needed to board my plane. I looked around and all of a sudden the people spoke my language and they were the same ethnicity as me. I thought I finally found my people at the gate. Immediately my fears and anxieties, they went away and I could breathe and finally think clearly. My anxiety, though, I realized was a result of the unknown. So I once listened to a podcaster and he said that anxiety and depression are always the result of something. He encouraged his audience, me at the time, to take time to really feel what feelings came to them or me. But then once you feel those feelings, immediately do whatever is needed to release the feelings. Anxiety and depression are always the result of something probably not going well in your life, either physically and or mentally. We have to take the time to correlate the anxious and depressed feeling to its root, tackle the root, and release the feelings appropriately. So that same podcaster, he talked about living in a constant state of flow and connection, having your soul, spirit, and actions always on the same page. Now, anxiety can mean that your body is telling you something is off. So whenever I experience anxiety, I tell myself, literally out loud, that everything is temporary and this too shall pass. Guys, we need to touch on this so that we can turn moments of anxiety and depression around to joy and peace. So I would call myself a pretty spiritual person. Prayer is a pretty big deal to me. I love the idea that I can cast my cares and seek wisdom from a God who literally created my very being and everything around me. It's comforting. And I recently noticed that some people are using the concepts of prayer and meditation interchangeably. So in this lesson, I mentioned meditation as one of the strategies for escaping moments of anxiety. For the longest time, guys, I couldn't figure out the difference between prayer and meditation until recently I read something, it clarified it for me. It said, prayer is speaking, meditation is listening. So keep that in mind as we move forward, that there's going to be moments where your soul and spirit, they'll draw you to listen to the universe around you, while in other moments you're going to be compelled to speak, to write, to pour out your emotions and your thoughts. There is a time for everything.